weekend, and I know I'm talking to two different crews when that's my CNBC Financial Markets. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going crazy. Replay viewers, thank you so much for showing up. I truly appreciate you showing up. Let me get positioned right. And let me tell you, my name is Haywood Barber. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a teacher. I'm a trainer. I'm a coach. I'm a coach's coach. And more importantly, my first mission, which has just started in March, God gave me and had been telling me for a long time to start a ministry, right? And I started an online church. I started Online Church of God, first online church of God. And we started that in March 20th, first day of spring, my ex-wife's birthday. A couple of different reasons why that's a big deal for me. Spring, just a whole host of reasons. But today I'm coming to you with a whole bunch of just great news. For one, FOCOG is doing very good, which is First Online Church of God. Go there, firstonlinechurchofgod.com, and see what we're doing. You know that Bitcoin is going bananas, a banana bonanza breakout. I mean, and it's still going. And I'm because I'm not really like a big time stock market guy. I know a little bit. I watch a little bit. I've been reading the Wall Street Journal since I was 16 years old in New York City, going to New York School of Printing and reading the. But I've always dibble and dab. That has not ever been my forte. I've done very well in a couple of different things that I've done in regards to the markets, but I'm here to tell you that I've always wondered why, as just African Americans or people that came from my area, which, I grew up in the ghettos of Spanish Harlem on the east side of Manhattan, and I grew up with a lot of Italians, a lot of Irish. They were the poor Irish, poor Italians. For the most part, I came up with a couple of mob cats and stuff like that, which, that's still shadow riches. But no one ever told me about, hey, what's going on, big brother Clarence? Lola Sharp, what's going on? And it's my ex-wife's name, which I love the name. But look, let me tell you, family, never knew anybody that said, yo, learn the stock market, get in it, boom. Somebody just finished saying on CNBC that Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's company, the stock, when he first got in 30 years ago in the markets, and he was doing the show, right, doing financials, before the show, of course, that it was somewhere around $500 a share. Now, that might seem to be a little bit of a mystery, like $500 a share, that sounds like a lot of money. However, Warren Buffett has never, once he started consolidating all the companies and selling his shares under Berkshire Hathaway, which was a shirt company that he bought, but then let it go out of business, but left everything consolidated under that name, he never split the stock, which is almost unheard of. He never split the stock. So right now the stock is running $370, such and such pennies. So imagine if you had bought Berkshire Hathaway, the stock, at $500 and just let it say if you bought 10 shares and just let it do a run over these years. If you just let it do a run over these years, ladies and gentlemen, you would be a gazillion bazillionaire, a gazillion bazillionaire, a gazillion bazillionaire trizillionaire, right? Just 10. And ladies and gentlemen, let me do this for you. Look, that's Lola. Wow. So look, so I'm coming to give you some good news about the bad news, about the super, super good news that the future is holding, right? So, I put a little notes here, but the number one thing is I definitely want you to understand that the stock market is on a tear, right? I mean, no matter what we think about President Trump, no matter what your personal opinions are, what my personal opinions are, it does not matter. This is the deal. Oh, Lola is on. Oh, I thought you were starting your own show. Okay, Lola is on. But I want you to understand, because I've always wondered why black people or poor people from the neighborhoods even that I grew up in, why we weren't messing around with the stock market. Why? I mean, it's such a lucrative business. But and somebody tried to explain to me, well, it's too complicated, it's too risky, it's like gambling. Now, I know a whole bunch of black people, a whole bunch of poor people, especially poor people. That turn out right now, they're putting most of the casinos in the poor neighborhoods. Or maybe it's not instant enough. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But the deal is, I want you to get it, right? I want you to get it. I want you to get it. The stock market, if you intend to build a legacy of wealth for your family, and maybe that's a part of it, you need to be involved with the markets, right? I don't want to be too excited here, but I want you to understand, because right now everybody's all up in arms about Bitcoin. And see, they up in arms a little bit for not the reasons why I'm here, because that's going to be my bad news in a minute, which I know it sounds like the good news, but it's really, I'm going to talk about the bad news of the tear, right? Now, if you're not playing in the Bitcoin space for the long term, you're a loser already. If you're going to play in the Bitcoin space and you're not doing it for the long term, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you right now, you're playing the losing game. Even if you catch it while it's still rising up. Because I'm going to be honest with you, at the level of the rise that is going on right now, it's going to exacerbate. It's going to have what is called a correction. You have to have a correction. It's a part of the long-term movement in the space. Now, the stock market this year is doing extremely well. Let me get back to President Trump, because he blames it on him. He puts it on him. He said he's the cause of it. Now, we know that maybe he is, because he's talking about these tax cuts and so on and so forth that they are saying are completely not favorable to the middle class. And quite frankly, I don't care. I mean, I do care, because I know a lot of people in that place, right? But the deal is that you need to shift. I'm begging you to shift your position. Shift your thinking. See, even if you love your job, like my girl, Troy, she loves her job. And I think that she should stay in her job because it keeps her happy. And if you're happy, Lola always talks about, that's my ex-wife, she always talks about the way to do good, the way to produce a miracle, listen to me real closely, y'all. The way to produce a miracle from yourself is through the happy space. Now I'm going to do a talk on that, producing a miracle from your place. The basis of producing a miracle, the things that the Bible talks about that you have the power to do, you only can do it from a happy place. That's it. You can't do it from any other place. So if you're talking about doing that super matrix, super duper ninja, and pushing out that power from your soul, from your Holy Spirit, you can't do it from being upset. You can't do it from being anxious. You can't do it from being hurried. You can't do it from no other place other than, you should really go to Black Girl Investor, because she has the perfect explanation on how to produce miracles. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get them. I want you to get miracles. And I want you to be able to get a miracle this year. 17. Now, and then I want you to be able to be so happy about that miracle that you got by the end of 17 that you do it all through 18. Now, I want you to do that. And it's possible. But you can do it with the stock market. You can do it with the Bitcoin market. And let me tell you why I know. This is why I know that Bitcoin is for here forever to stay. So right now, central banks can't touch. The central banks throughout the world, especially the one here in America, can't touch it. It's done because it's integrated in the stock market. So once it gets integrated in the stock market and we get a lot of our money tied up in it, it makes it very difficult to untangle that place. You can't get it will be very difficult for the central bank to say, well, I want it to go away because of bullshit. And that's what it would all be if they ever tried to do it. But the deal would have to be so bizarre for you to untangle your money out of it, because now it's in the futures market. Now it has its own, I think it's part of the couple of indexes. So now you got four exchanges that Bitcoin is now all entangled in. The other thing is, remember this, and I know a lot of people might not be aware of this, that Bitcoin is only one cryptocurrency. It's only one. So cryptocurrency is the big umbrella. Bitcoin is just one under the umbrella. Bitcoin started in 2009, right? And it's already had a couple of its big explosive ups and then downs and ups and then downs. So let me explain. In order for you to really take a good advantage of this, you have to remove your emotions. You have to remove your emotions. I want you to remove your emotions when it comes to the stock market, when it comes to the cryptocurrency market, when it comes to even futures. Even if you're going to play in this space, right? Because right now in a minute, you're going to be able, and my suggestion is to start watching the financial markets. Either do it on Bloomberg, you can do it on iHeartRadio, rather than watching, and I hate to even say this because I love Steve Harvey, or anybody else for that matter, but start really investing in yourself. I would say that about even mental capacities, your emotional capacities. I know a lot of people are flick off type people, but I want you to really start getting a grip on personal development. But more than that, when we're talking about this space, right, dealing with the markets, because if you really want to deal with wealth and you want to start building wealth and you really want to start doing what some of the people are that are getting the advantage of, and that's I'm getting ready. I'm dripping into my list here. But you want to take advantage of the 1%. You want to be a part of 1%. And ladies and gentlemen, being part of the 1% ain't that difficult. Being part of the 1%, all you have to do is get to get to 1%, to be a part of the 1%, right? The people that's making over $360, I believe it was over $360,000, and to be a part of the people that's going to really get the biggest advantage in the the new tax code, is just make $1 million a year. That's all. And to me, that's not that. It's not that hard. And if you do it right, you can put the $1 million away, and that is making such a large chunk of interest that you're there year after year after year. But more importantly, if you got it in the right instrument, and I call it instrument, a vehicle that you put your money in, and then it's making money for you when you're sleeping, right? And that's how you got to do it, and that's what they do. And most of the people that are rich, I'm not talking about the people that go out and work for riches, I'm talking about people where the money is working for them for riches. And that's where I want to take you. And that's where I'm going to continue to take you for the rest of 17, right? And show you how to birth miracles for money, right? I'm going to show you how to do that. And you're going to continue this on through 18, all the way into 19, 20, 2020, 2025, and forever. And then your family and your kids, if they do the right thing, they will be bazillion, quadrillion, zillionaires as well, right? Because that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to produce that for your children, so they won't have to go through the ins and outs of struggling. Now, I don't know why everybody's not putting this together, where you're not messing with the market, but meanwhile you're struggling week after week after week. But you're buying lattes, and you're still buying Ferragamos, and you're buying all of what's that dude? That's dude names MK Michael Kors garbage. Right? It's not even plated gold. I mean, it's just stupid. It's painted gold, and you buy it because you think it's fly. It ain't fly. I mean, I could show you how to put your money in better spaces, and so that it'll produce this for you. And even if it doesn't do it in your lifetime, but the goal is to do it in your lifetime, but do it in your children's and your children's, my grandchildren. I'll do anything for them. And my baby son, I'll do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? Even my baby daughter. Oh boy, forget about it. I love all my kids. And I do, and I love them swell. Now, some of them have been messed up because they were spoiled by the income from the bullshit middle class, right? If you don't like cursing, you should probably get off now. But the deal is, you can do it. Big brother, is that big brother Emil? Oh my goodness, that's my man from France. That is my main man. Me and him, we did some big things, boy, I tell you. When I was a drinking dude, woo! But anyway, family, so I want you to really get this thing with Bitcoin. Really the cryptocurrency, right? I say Bitcoin in there because I know everybody's attracted to it. And when I put this out over the world, everybody will be saying, "Oh, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. What is he saying? What is Haywood Barber saying now about Bitcoin, Bitcoin?" So we've got you on YouTube Live, which I'm getting ready to cut you off in a minute.